Everywhere you look these days, someone is trying to sell you a productivity hack. Wake up at 5 a.m. and you'll be successful. Use this 2-minute rule and you'll never procrastinate again. Try the Pomodoro timer and you'll double your output. And for a small while, these things will feel good. You'll try a new hack, and for a few days, maybe even a few weeks, you'll feel like you finally cracked the code. But here's the truth that nobody wants to admit. Productivity hacks don't actually make you successful. They give you a dopamine hit. They give you that feeling of progress, but they rarely change the outcome of your life or your work. In fact, they probably distract you from what really matters. I started this channel, Exposed Everyday Life, to pull apart the myths we live by without question. The obsession with productivity hacks might be one of the most damaging everyday lies of all, because while we're tweaking our morning routines and fiddling with our time blocking apps, we're ignoring the deeper focus that actually drives success. So let's dig in. Firstly, why do hacks feel good? It's because they're quick wins. If you've ever struggled with procrastination, starting small feels like a breakthrough. You download a new app, you set up a new system, you add a shiny new ritual to your morning. It gives you control, at least temporarily. But just like a crash diet, the effects rarely last. Novelty wears off and you slip back into the same patterns. And then you're back online, searching for the next hack. It's a cycle that sells loads of books, sells loads of courses, but leaves you stuck in the same place. Now, this is where it gets deeper. Hacks exist because there's an entire industry built around them. Self-help influencers need content. Publishers need simple messages that can fit on a book cover. Companies need employees who blame themselves for being unproductive instead of questioning the impossible workloads or the broken systems. Hacks are the perfect solution because they sound empowering, but keep the focus on you and not the bigger picture. And here lies the heart of it. Success has never come from stacking dozens of tiny hacks. Success comes from doing the right thing consistently. It's about clarity and not clutter. Think about the most successful people you know, whether in business or in art or in science. Do you really think that they got there by using a particular note-taking app or because they started the day off with lemon water? Of course not. They succeeded because they focused on the things that mattered the most, the things that protected their time. They had systems around them that supported their work. And let's be honest, they often had advantages in networks, in education, in opportunities that hacks would never replace. That's an uncomfortable truth. We don't like to think about it, but systemic advantages play a huge role. If two people are equally talented, equally hardworking, but one has financial security, supportive networks, or even fewer daily stresses, they're far more likely to succeed. No hack is going to make up for an environment stacked against you. So let's talk about what actually works. If most hacks are noise, what are the signals? What actually drives sustainable productivity and success? First, it's focus. And by focus, I don't just mean concentrating harder. I mean deciding what actually matters and ignoring the rest. Most of us fail not because we're lazy, because we spread ourselves too thin. We chase dozens of little tasks to make it look like progress, but don't move the needle. Real productivity is choosing the few things that matter and giving them your full attention. The second is rest. This is what nobody wants to hear because it doesn't feel like work, but science is overwhelming on this. Sleep, breaks, recovery, fuel performance more than any hack could ever do. You can wake up at 5 a.m. all you want, but if you're running on 4 hours of sleep, you're not winning, you're just burning out. The third is systems, not hacks, but systems. A system is bigger than a trick. It's an environment that you set up so good work happens almost automatically. Think about this. A hack is drinking a glass of water before every meeting. The system is keeping a water bottle at your desk so you stay hydrated without thinking about it. A hack depends on willpower. A system reduces the need for willpower. That's the difference. And fourth, the hardest one to admit, is structure. Privilege, opportunity, inequality. These are the invisible drivers that shape outcomes more than any habit tracker can. It's not a popular message because we like to believe that we're in full control, but pretending otherwise only traps us in the cycle of self-blame when hacks don't work. Now, I'm not saying that hacks are useless. Some of them can be genuinely helpful. A to-do list, a simple routine, a Pomodoro timer can break through procrastination. But here's the key. The hack should be the servant, not the master. They should support the bigger picture and not become the bigger picture. When the hack becomes the focus, you're optimizing for the wrong thing. So how do you break free from these productivity hack lies? Start by asking yourself one question every day. What's one thing that if I did today would move me forward the most? Not the most urgent thing, not the easiest win, but the thing that would shift the needle. Write that down. That's your North Star. And here's how you build around it. First, create a daily highlight. Instead of drowning into a to-do list of 20 items, choose one outcome that defines your day as a success. Maybe it's finishing a draft. Maybe it's making that difficult phone call. Maybe it's moving the biggest project forward. When you lock in your highlight, the hacks become optional because the focus is clear. Secondly, practice energy management, not time management. Hacks obsess over hours and minutes, but your energy is the real currency of productivity. Notice when you have your natural peak. Maybe it's mid-morning, maybe it's late afternoon. Protect that window like your life depends on it. That's when you do the work that matters. Fill the low energy values with admin and easy wins. Stop fighting your biology and start working with it. Thirdly, design your environment to do the heavy lifting. If your phone is buzzing with notifications, no hack will save you. Turn them off. If you can't stop scrolling, delete the app or move it to a folder that takes extra effort to access. If you want to write more, put a notebook on your pillow so you can't go to bed without seeing it. The system beats willpower every time. Fourthly, protect your recovery as fiercely as you work. That means sleep, breaks, downtime, even boredom. We live in a culture that glorifies hustle, but rest isn't the opposite of productivity, it's the foundation of productivity. Sleep isn't wasted time, it's when the brain consolidates memories, solves problems, and resets for the next day. Treat rest like a non-negotiable appointment. And finally, zoom out. Ask not, what should I do today, but what game am I really playing? Are you optimizing to look busy, or are you aiming at outcomes that truly matter for your career, for your health, your relationships? That reflection kills the lie at the root, because once you see that hacks are a distraction, you stop chasing the next shiny trick and start building a life where the important things get done by default. So here's your action plan. Every morning, choose one highlight. Work it during your peak energy time. Remove distractions from your environment, guard your rest, and keep asking yourself, am I optimizing for busy or am I optimizing for impact? Do that consistently and you'll be miles ahead of anyone drowning in hacks. Because at the end of the day, hacks make you feel clever. They make you feel busy. But being busy and being effective is not the same thing. Success doesn't come from stacking these tricks. It comes from clarity, focus, rest, and the courage to play the wrong game. And the courage to stop playing the wrong game. And here's the biggest lie of all that ties into all this. We've been told for decades to follow your passion. But if you want a meaningful career, what if it's not just wrong? What if it's backwards? What if passion doesn't come first at all? In the next video, I'll show you why follow your passion might be the most dangerous career advice you've ever heard. Click here, you'll never want to work the same way again.